What's going on, my good people? Mike Hidalgo here. Thank you for joining us on another FCP Euro DIY. Today we're working on a 2016 Land Rover LR4. Today on the LR4 behind me, we're going to cover air filter replacement for your engine. The LR4 is equipped with 2 filters from the factory. It's got a dual intake, and we're going to be using our man filters. These are OEM replacements. We typically recommend you do these every 15 to 30,000 miles or every 2 years, whichever come first. Obviously, if you drive in a more polluted area, you may want to consider doing them earlier than later. The LR4 behind us is just nearing 70,000 miles. We're pretty sure it has the original filter, so she's definitely due for a change. But before we get into the DIY, let's take a look at some of the tools we're going to need for this job. Phillips head and a flathead. Pretty straightforward. Let's get started on this DIY. All right, my good people, we are under the hood of the LR4. We're going to start on the passenger side intake first and then move our way over to the driver's side. The steps are going to be identical, so you'll see me work on this one and then we'll fast pass through the right one. For starters, flathead. You're going to go ahead and undo the hose clamp that holds the intake boot to the airbox lid. This isn't mandatory, however, it allows you to A, take off the lid in full, and B, you're not bending the accordion here or risk cracking or damaging anything. Takes 2 seconds and boom. Next, you have 6 Phillips head screws that are going to be captured in the lid, but you're going to want to undo them almost all the way to get the lid off. I'm going to upgrade my regular Phillips head to a Phillips on a drill just to speed things up a bit. And we are missing one on this corner. From there you can lift up the lid. Keep in mind you have this mass airflow sensor wiring that clips onto it. You don't want to pull that too hard. And there you go. Here's our old filter. These actually aren't terrible. You can see it still has the same man filter that we're going to be replacing it with. In addition to that, now would be a good time to inspect the airbox. If there's any debris in there, grab a vacuum or a shop rag or something and wipe it out. We got a couple leaves, but otherwise looks good. Then from here, you want to take your new air filter and you're going to want to place it inside the air box. As you saw, ours came up with the lid. However, you just place it in the box. Rotate our lid back on, or if it popped off for you, great. Give it a good smack. And then reinstall your 6 Phillips head screws. I like to do my corners first in opposite directions. These are threading into a plastic box, so they don't require a lot of torque. You can argue the tool I'm using is overkill. With that nice and snug, we're going to make sure our intake boot is still on the airbox lid. If it came off, just reinstall it. And then don't forget to tighten your flathead hose clamp. Beautiful, just as easy as that. We're gonna go ahead and do the driver's side now really quick. And there you have it, my good people. Another DIY in the books. Overall, a very straightforward one, but an important one as those filters are responsible for the air your engine intakes. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments on what we did today, leave them in the comment box below. And if you like this DIY and you want to see more like them, please consider subscribing. We make new ones all the time. As always, thank you for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.